So here we're going to start off with no guard, clipper fully closed, and we're going to make the first guideline at the temple peak area and dropping it down towards the back of the head for that drop fade look. You want to take this all the way around the head and make sure it is even on both sides. So I'm just going to put it out there, guys, I'm actually not a barber, I'm just your average guy cutting his hair at home during the lockdown period. So if I can do it, anyone can do it. And for video purposes, I'm going to be speeding up the back and sides of each step just so the video is not too long. Here I'm just shaving off the hair on the bottom as I find it easier to work with. So the next step, still with no guard, we're going to open the lever fully and make the second guideline about an inch up from the first guideline. You want to make sure this guideline runs parallel with the first guideline so it's nice and straight. Onto the number 1 guard, lever fully open, we're going to make our third guideline about an inch up from the previous guideline. And again, guys, you want to make sure that this guideline runs parallel to the previous ones and that you're not digging too hard into the head, as it can be difficult to blend afterwards. Now I'm going to take the number 2 guard, lever still fully open, and take it up to my side part. And in this step, you want to definitely emphasize on flicking out to help blend with the top of the hair. Next, I'm going to grab my 1.5 guard, lever 3/4 of the way open to remove the line between the number 1 and the number 2. Feel free to open and close the lever to try and remove that line. Here I've got the half guard, lever 3/4 of the way open, and removing the line between the 0 guard open and the 1 guard. This step will create a slight guideline above, but don't worry, as we will remove that line with the 1 guard after. So like I said earlier, we're going to come in with the 1 guard, lever 3/4 of the way open to remove that faint guideline created from the previous step. Here we are going to do a 3-step process to remove the bottom line, starting with no guard, lever fully closed, and just tapping at that line. Then you want to open the lever halfway and go a little bit higher, and finally with the lever fully open, take it up a bit more, removing that line. Now I'm using my trimmer to get as close to the skin as possible and achieving a skin fade. With this step, you want to be careful not to go too high, as you will create another line. So here I'm just blending in my beard again with the 3-step process from before, starting with the lever fully open, and then closing it to halfway, and then finally fully closing it until it is completely blended in. Now onto the scissor work, I'm going to wet my hair and then comb it forwards. I'm then going to use my comb to take a section of my hair and cut a bit off the top. Then section by section, making sure it is even, continue working backwards. Finally onto the style, starting off by blow drying my hair, then applying some styling product to my hair until I get the desired look I'm after. And there we have it, guys, that's how you cut your hair in lockdown.